Want to know more about Dysphasia PV? Want to know how I came about this name? Want to learn more about me? And finally, do you want to know why I haven't been filming for a few months? Well, stay tuned and I will give you the answers to all of these questions. A brand name is everything, and Dysphasia PV is precisely that, a brand name. It is something to bring awareness to a company or to build a company up. It shows people they can trust that company, or at least in some ways. There have been companies where they can't be trusted, but there are many companies where they can. For example, Aphasic, ICANN, Radl. All of these organizations try to bring awareness about Developmental Language Disorder, DLD. This is what Dysphasia PV is trying to do as well. Dysphasia PV is a business whose aim is to bring awareness of DLD from a personal perspective, or my personal view of the disorder. Why? Simply put, there are more videos on YouTube where a professional talk about the disorder. That's fine. That's fine. But do they know how it actually feels like having DLD? They've gone to university to learn about their profession, but they don't truly live the disorder, while I have, and the small number of people with the disorder who I've seen on YouTube also have lived with it. How did I come about that name? Well, when I first started out, I was creating my own website, and at that time we didn't have DLD, we had dysphasia, and since then the disorder has gone through so many changes, and finally it has arrived at DLD. My page title back then was Dysphasia, a personal view. And after a while, I thought that it was a tad too long for a title and decided to cut it down to Dysphasia PV. And since then, anything I did online which was to do with the disorder, I called it that. Now we have got DLD, and to change everything that I have to with DLD PV would be such a headache, and the brand name is already established, even if it isn't seen as much. So let's go on to the next bit, all about me. This is hard for me, as I usually don't particularly appreciate talking about myself, which I'm sure is the same with everyone. But here goes nothing. I was born in the UK to two middle-class parents. It was a 2.4 children family. My parents were like the beachfront hotel, old with a weathered look. My stepbrother and sister were just plodding on through life, trying to get ahead in everything. My stepsister managed to become a conductor, which my mum was pleased about, while my stepbrother, on the other hand, was in the finance world. And in later life, I didn't think my mum was too happy with him, but more happier than she was with me. My mum was the rock in my life and brought me up to work hard and to get a good life. In the 90s, this was when I started spreading awareness, and I probably started it before then, but let's just say that this was officially when I started. It started with a paper called The Early Times, a children's paper, now defunct, where they had reports from all over the world, including an area where the children could write in and report what was happening in their world. When I wrote my bit, I sent it off to a FASIC, and they got me to do talks for them. So this was the next step. I haven't detailed my life in this video, as you can read about it in about my life in my book Finding a Voice, which is available from all good bookstores and online bookstores, including Amazon. So, how do I see my channel progressing? Just to change that subject a bit, I want to turn this into a business where I can travel the world spreading awareness. I recently had a Zoom meeting where I found out that many people in the mainstream world, including teachers, nurses and doctors, don't know what DLD is. I would like to see a time where it is acceptable to go into a shop or business, and instead of them asking you what DLD is, to start to actually know what it is. At the moment, I can walk into a business and start talking about DLD, and when they ask me what is wrong with my speech, and at the end of me talking about it, they say, I never knew that. I also would love it if I could get my videos to the top people in their countries, and if they start to recognize the Disability Acts to include DLD. Also, I'd love to get wealthy enough with my channel to learn to fly and to have my own private jet where I can put my logo and tagline on it to use it to travel the world doing this. But this is my ambition, and at the moment it looks a long way off. So I hope I can get to that stage in my life, but we'll see. At the end of the day, I feel that doing these videos and educating my viewers and subscribers on DLD is vital to me. And that's what I want to enjoy the most. Seeing people learn something new about a disorder which is found in 7.5% of children in the population. Some time ago, I did a video where I spoke about mental health versus DLD, and spoke that mental health affected everyone from all walks of life. For example, I used to work for a grocery delivery company, and after 3 months they terminated my shifts because I couldn't go into work for a week due to having no money for gas. It has sent me into a massive depression, and I decided to hide away from the world. I got counseling for it, which took a long time to materialize, so I ended up self-counseling myself. Shortly after I received my counseling, I was in hospital for appendicitis. That was taken a while to heal. So I was out of action for ages with that. But now I am fully recovered, and hopefully I can get more people to come to my channel with these new and better edited videos, as I have been doing a lot of learning about video editing. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you join me in next week's video, where I will discuss about my disorder more. Then I will show you what creates a barrier for me in my life. Also, if you like this video, why don't you like it and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so I can send to you all the new videos when I've uploaded them. Don't worry, I won't spam you, as I don't quite know how to push the meat through the internet cables, and even if I did, it would be quite messy once it arrived at your computer, phone or tablet. Peace out.